Hello, fans. Welcome to AEW Fantasy League, Episode 4. This is AEW Dark recap for Week 2. And Dark, we'll be starting off with Kris Statlander versus Shana. But before we go to that, we will take a look at the rankings. We got Brian Cage ranked number 1, Sonny Kiss 2, Orange Cassidy 3, Shawn Spears 4, and then Dustin Rhodes. Here's the tag team rankings currently. And then you take a look at the women's rankings. Very minimal action thus far in the women's rankings. And there is the men's rankings in the TNT title. And we're going to go straight in here to the action of Kris Statlander and Shana. You see this is the end of the match here. This is just a recap edition. This kind of shows you the highlights of these matches. You see Kris Stat going for the splits pin there. It does not work. And she brings Shana up to her feet. Kick to the head. I don't know what you call that. Galaxy's greatest body slam, I'm not sure. But it worked maybe. 1, 2. Yes, sirree, it worked. Kris Statlander with the winner there. She goes to 1-0 as well in the women's rankings. Replay shows Shana getting in a little bit of offense there at the beginning of the match. And going for that pinfall. Kris Stat using the ropes there to torture her opponent. Going for the pinfall after that, but that was not enough. And then Kris, we saw this splits pin here. Didn't get the 3 count off of that. But just a few seconds later with this almost like a Michinoku driver / white noise. I'm not sure what the heck you call it. It's a good looking move though by Kris Statlander. She picks up the victory. Next up on Dark, we saw Tully Blanchard head out to the ring, and he called out Shawn Spears. He said he was proud of his win over Brandon Cutler, and he gave Shawn Spears a black glove that he said has a lot of tradition to it. So we'll see what happens with that. And then we had FTR, the Stronghearts challenging FTR after FTR decided to jump the Stronghearts in the back last week on Dark. And so this is FTR's debut here in AEW, and they are against the Stronghearts. And you see early on in the match, getting the tag in, and they go for the spike pile driver. And they nail that spike pile driver, but you see T-Hawk on the ring apron, alert and ready. He's not going to let El Lindemann get pinned that easy, so he breaks up the pinfall. As a little bit later in the match, we did see FTR go for this beautiful move. Brainbuster frog splash combination. And then you notice this. I guess FTR might stand for forget the rules. Because you see, he goes for the dirty pin. 1, 2, 3. Gets the win off of the dirty pin. Their first victory here is tainted. And Stronghearts got to be furious. You know, they gave it their all. They really showed that they do indeed have strong hearts. It was a great match, a grueling match. Lots of strong style striking between both opponents. All 4 opponents, I should say. But ultimately, FTR picking up the victory. And next up, we had Laredo Kid heading down to the ring, and he was looking for answers, wondering where exactly the Lucha Brothers' allegiances lie. As you see, he said, "Lucha Bros, we fought together, celebrated together, and been brothers. Yet out of nowhere, you disappear. I come up from Mexico to find you terrorizing people with this stringy-haired British gremlin Pac. What is this? Do I mean nothing to you, or do I have this all wrong? Either way, I'd like to hear from you. Tell me we are still friends, or admit to me that your alliances now lie elsewhere." So that was the words we heard there from Laredo Kid as he wants answers. And our next match on tonight's card is Nyla Rhodes up against Abadon. And this will be a interesting women's matchup. 2 females with 2 very different styles of wrestling here. We got the native beast Nyla Rose up against the very unorthodox dark gothic style of Abadon. And this should definitely be an interesting matchup, and it was for about I'd say about 4 minutes, Abadon held her own, and then right here at this 11-minute mark, you guys see what happens. Nyla with a huge toss out of the corner, launches her all the way across the ring, and then Nyla just drop toe hold, stepping it over, and locking in the submission, putting her weight down across the back, and just pulling the head and neck back, pulling the arm back, and Abadon couldn't take any more. She taps out, and Nyla Rose is your victor. Take you to the replay, show you a couple of the replays throughout this match. Nyla kind of hovering over her opponent there for a second. There's a bit of offense there by Abadon early on with the drop kick to the back of the neck. She attempts a pinfall, but far too much time wasted in between there, in my opinion. Only a 1 count. There's a big spinning lariat by Nyla Rose. Flattened Abadon. I thought that might have been it, but Abadon able to kick out. And then there's this drop toe hold. Stepping it over into this submission move here. Locking Abadon in there and getting her to tap out. So that's it. That's it for this women's match. And up next on the card, I believe we got Sonny Kiss against Darby Allin. Next up, we had Sonny Kiss versus Darby Allin. And Darby Allin definitely throughout this match, you could still tell, still feeling the effects of Double or Nothing. Happened close to 10 days ago at this point. But, man, he still just did not look 100%. And you could see it. He was a little slower. Looked like he was losing a step throughout this match. And Sonny Kiss thought the victory was in the bag right there, but no such luck. And then you see Sonny lift Darby up, lock in kind of a submission hold here, a surfboard, if you will, against a skateboarding opponent. Very interesting. And Darby able to get to his feet, get back up to a vertical base, drive an elbow into the ribcage of Sonny Kiss, but not able to capitalize there. And then Sonny Kiss, that split-legged, I don't know what to call it, jawbreaker of sorts. And I've seen Jeff Hardy do that. Sonny Kiss there does it and gets the victory. So very interesting to see Sonny Kiss pick up this victory here on AEW Dark, especially after winning the 8-person Battle Royal in the main event. Sonny appears to be on quite the roll. And you see Darby Allin here still in the ring. And nothing but respect between these two competitors. Look at that. Darby Allin raising Sonny Kiss's hand in victory. And Kiss will be getting the title shot opportunity now against Cody Rhodes for the TNT Championship. Also, we got Bea Priestley versus Britt Baker. And we have 4 tag teams battling it out for a title shot. SCU, Private Party, the Young Bucks, and the Natural Nightmares. Thanks for watching. As always, if you want to get in on the action, check the Facebook link in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Peace.